Started with our call. So I want to welcome everybody and thank you for taking the time out to be on the call. I know it's not always the easiest, but every week it's penciled in my day timer, so I book my life around this call. So it's just kind of a commitment level, and I just kind of work my day around it, right? And that's kind of the joy of doing Warbon. So we're going to start off. I didn't know if I saw Kathy on here. Was she on here? I don't know if I see Kathy. Where the heck is she? Okay, well, I don't see her on here. I mean, maybe, okay, well, anyways, she was going to be sharing her why story, but I'm just going to continue, and then if she pops on, I'll have her actually get on. So I think that these calls are going really, really well. I know last month we talked about goals, and if you haven't written out your goals, I cannot stress how important this is. Send it to your upline, your RVP upline, also to your power partner. I love working with my power partner, just a little side note there. So what we're going to talk about is looking at your last month and kind of reviewing, because I think it's really important that we're aware of what our last month looked like. What could have we done that maybe we could have done better in last month that we're going to put forward to this month? And then also, I want you to pat yourself on the back for the wins that you had last month and for the awesome stuff that you did as well. I also want you to look at last month and go, did I do my 2,500 new and you and sign up 5 new people? Because seriously, that is what we do. That's what we do in this business, and that is the bare minimum. I know a few of us VPs were on the call yesterday. We were discussing the clean eating program. And I want you to really, really promise me that you're going to really advertise and, well, not advertise, you're going to really talk to your team about this and promote it. I want you to promote the clean eating program that we are starting on Monday. Tiffany and Amanda and I were discussing, that I know Tiffany has an incredible nutrition business, and I'm so proud of her for that. She does an amazing job of that. And this next month, if you can be at the next month meeting, she's going to that's what the meeting is actually going to be about. So I'm super pumped because I know that's where I lack in my business. I can look at my business and go, I can sell the crap out of the skincare. I can sell the crap out of the makeup. I know I'm good at that, right? But then when it comes to the nutrition, I'm like, even though I lead a very healthy lifestyle, like I work out 5 times a week, I eat very clean because of my stomach and my health things that I have. So I don't really have a choice there. But I don't know how to teach other people that, and I don't really know how to promote the program. So I think that's just being very aware of your business and where it's at. And I want you to look at your business and think, okay, how do I do in this area? What am I maybe missing out on? Because you have to think about this. And Tiffany had a really good point. So in January and February, so maybe, we're not having so much makeup sales and we're not having so much, skincare sales, but people want to lose weight. And they want to have a healthier lifestyle because maybe they didn't eat so good at Christmas. So they're thinking, I really, want to get on something where I feel better about myself, regain some energy. And that's a whole new market of sales there that you can really capitalize on. But we need to learn how to capitalize on that. So I want you to really think about that. I want you to think about yourself. Have you joined that program? And the program is going to be every Monday you can join. And it's going to be a lifestyle change. It's not just going to be for 30 days. It's going to be something that you're going to commit to. And we're all going to, here and there eat poorly. Like we're all going to, have a plate of nachos, or we're going to maybe have a glass of wine or whatever it might be. And that's okay. But we're human. But for the most part, we're going to be eating clean, eating healthy because it's a lifestyle change. So that's something to really capitalize is on the clean eating program. The Ultra Genius device, I can see everybody's businesses are exploding because of it. I can see the before and afters. I absolutely love it. And also the sip and paints. So those are the 3 that we can really capitalize on in what you're booking for your presentations. You can really look at 3 of those things, and are you really capitalizing on all of them? And I want you to think about last month and think, did I make any excuses? Did I make any excuses? I want you to think about your business and go, did I make excuses that I was too busy? Did I make excuses that I make excuses too. I'm totally human. Did I go, oh, I was too busy to do this, or I was too busy to do that, or my commitment level wasn't here? Or did I, say, I have a kid and I've got to get him here, and oh, I can't go do this, or whatever it is. I want you to be aware of any excuses that you make, because I think those are the things that hold us back from creating some really, really great things in our business and for doing some really great thing in our business. And I know when we're 110% committed, we don't make excuses. We don't make excuses. We make Arbonne our priority so that we can have a lifestyle that we dreamed of. And that's the truth. I know when I was building to Nation, I was completely focused. I knew where I was heading, and I knew that I had to do Arbonne for that period of time so I could get where I wanted to be, so I could have this life that I have now. And let me tell you, it's so worth it. Did I make sure that my presentations were held? So I want you to think about your business. How many cancellations did you have? Go over your business and analyze it. And if you did have cancellations, did you hostess coach? I can't stress this enough. If we don't talk to our hostesses, why would they have a party for you? And I think that that's the huge thing in our business when we look back and we analyze our business and say, why did we have so many cancellations, or why did this happen, or why did that happen? And then this month going forward, we can only get better. This month going forward, we're going to do that hostess coaching. We're going to be in touch with our hostess 2 weeks prior. We're going to be in touch with the hostess a week prior. We're going to be in touch with that hostess a couple days before. We're going to be in touch with the hostess an evening before to make sure that she knows how grateful you are for her, even hosting this for you. She needs to know how grateful you are so that she hosts. She needs to have some products that she tries. She needs to get a thank you card in the mail from you saying, thank you so much, for hosting. This means the world to me. Those things are really, really important. She needs to be excited about what she's doing. She needs some verbiage. She needs maybe to jog her memory. Get a guest list from her if you want. Let her know how serious you are. This business you're building, you are serious about. You're serious about it. It's going to be the way that you're going to stay home with your kids. It's going to be the way that you're going to quit an unfulfilling job. It's going to, when you're serious, she'll know you're serious and she will hold it. But if she doesn't hear from you, she'll just think, oh, well, she probably has lots of them. She probably just does this as a hobby. What does it really matter? So I can't stress it enough for your presentations to hold, that you do the hostess coaching and you're in touch with your hostess. Be clear on your 21 reasons why you're doing this business. Get it out on a daily basis and read it. Why should you pick up the phone? And that's when you're going to look at your 21 reasons as to why you're doing this business. You have to think, we don't have a boss. We have no boss. It's all self-motivation, and our goals need to be clear. And so do our reasons why we're doing this business, because we don't have to work if we don't want to. And that comes to your commitment level as well. And I talked about finding the crack in your business. And I think that we all have that, and we need to figure out what the crack is in our business. So what is it? I know for myself, I look at my business and I think I'm completely 100% have belief in myself that I can do this. I have belief in the company. I know it's the most amazing company that's out there. I know the industry is incredible. Who wouldn't want to work less and be paid more? I just can't get over that. So you need to figure out where the crack is in your business, and you need to close that gap and figure that out. And I offer myself to anybody who wants the help as well. So if your calendar didn't look full, or you didn't have new people joining your business, and you weren't, keeping up on doing some sort of reading on a daily basis, your gratitude journal, why is that? Because I didn't hear from anybody, and I know that I've offered my help. So I look at it this way, and I think if you had any sort of struggles, you should be contacting somebody to let them know. If you look at your business last month and you weren't 110% happy with your business, and you were like, you know what, I totally could have done better, then maybe you just need to ask for a little bit of help. Ask for some suggestions. We talked about the dice game to get rebookings off of your parties, your skincare presentations, or whatever presentation you're doing. Utilize that into your business. I know Tiffany shared, how silly it felt to do it, but it works. Just do it. There's a reason why we have these things out there. We just want to help you. We want to help you to succeed. And what are you doing to become the best version of you? Have you registered for GTC? I can't stress this enough. There is going to be something there that you're going to walk away from that is going to be life-changing. You're going to see people that you're going to relate to. You're going to build that belief in you, belief in the company, the industry. So if you haven't registered for GTC, please do. There's ways that you can earn it as well. If you haven't registered for Kelly's GT's Leadership School in Calgary, why not? If you don't, your team won't. Educate yourself. Anything that's going on, Tiffany has, she has the Keith Kochner exchange going on. Whatever there is that you can get to help you to better yourself. It's just like, I'll use an example of being a barrel racer. So I know other barrel racers on here can relate. I know Lacey and Amanda are both on here as well. And we go and we take all these clinics, and it costs us money. It's out of our pockets. But why do we do that? We do that to better our skills. We do it to become better at barrel racing so we can learn something. We might walk away with only one thing, but that one thing was worth it. We pay good money. We pay like $450 to go to a clinic. But we do these things, or we take private lessons, or whatever it is. It's the same with Arbonne. It's no different. If you want to be the best at this, you need to become the best version of you. So by investing in yourself as well, I can't stress that enough. And I kind of talked a little bit about commitment and just making sure that you're not missing out on, like even these calls. I have to say congratulations on making it on these calls, making it to the meetings. Those are there for you. Like I talked about before, they're there for you to build your skills. And I know for me, we used to drive 5 hours one way to go to our nation meeting. And we did it every single month. And there was no questioning because we were told that's what we were supposed to do. So we just did it. And we thought if we want to be successful, we'll just do that, right? So I want to challenge you to get your registration for GTC, and I want you to challenge the rest of your team to do the same. So getting somebody from other people from your team fired up and also registered to go. What else do I want to talk about? We talked about hostess coaching. I already talked about that. Okay, so I talked about finding your team members that are going to register for GTC. I want to do a draw as well. So anybody who registers for GTC, I want you to send me your name, and I'm going to do a draw for that as well. And I want you to think about the Genius Ultra, the Cell 10, get one for free for yourself. And I want you to really think about this. It's 297 QV to sell one. So you sell 10, that's basically 3,000 QV. What would that do to your business? That's just one thing in your business. So I want you to capitalize on this. I want you to go for it. It's a really easy sell. It truly is. You do the before and afters, everybody wants it, right? And if you treat it like everybody wants it and you are confident about it, people are going to purchase it. So I also want anybody who earns that to let me know as well when that's done, because we're also going to do a draw for that as well. I'm also going to offer something for that as well. So I challenge you to take part in that. And I want you to contact anybody that has purchased an RE9 from you. And I want you to offer them the Genius Ultra. I want them to take a look at it, because if they're already taking care of their skin, it's just one more thing that they can do to really get some incredible results. And I mean, anybody, right? Anybody would be interested in having better skin and getting rid of any lines. Okay, so I do believe I see Kathy that is actually on the call. So I'm going to actually ask her if she would like to unmute herself and share with us her why story.
Oh, I never unmuted. That's good team. Good thing I didn't belch or something. Sorry, I was a little bit late to the party here. You want me to just go?
Yeah. Share with us your why story.
Because hookers and blow are expensive. No, just joking. Don't tell anybody that. Jacqueline asked me to do this morning, and I had to take a good look at my why story, especially with just the state of our morning and the world today. It just made it like a little bit of a bigger picture. So why my Arbonne why? My Arbonne why is because I have an unwavering belief in this company and the products. I really do. Anytime there's just shows with like the Genius Ultra products is just incredible, and the innovation that comes from within our company is incredible. And what we think they're just so forward thinking. So even launching Taiwan yesterday, which at first I thought was a horrible idea to launch Taiwan the same day as the US election. And then it's actually a reality thing, because launching Taiwan on the same day of the US election makes more sense than launching it a week after, when there's like a different state in the world, and it really is a worldwide company. I love Arbonne because there's a great opportunity to go grow a global business. Like, I have clients in the UK and I have clients in the US, and not many home-based businesses give you that opportunity to think with a global mind. I also have a really big belief in the business side of it because I have mentors like Jacqueline, and because I know people like Brooke Robertson. Like, I have living, breathing examples that this business really does work if you work it. And same with Lacey, and same with Amanda. Like, if I didn't know, I often think, like, if I would have met Arbonne through different people, from a few different people, I probably never would have had the belief in it that I have now. I feel so blessed to be a part of the Coons Nation, because I feel like Jacqueline is an incredible leader. And so Arbonne changes my life because I work as an equine sports therapist. So I have a job where I'm really mobile, and my job is dependent on the industry and the people that hire me. And especially now in 2016, in 2016, my business down in equisports therapy was down about 15 to 16 horses a month. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but really it adds up. It doesn't mean that I had financial problems. It just means that I had to sometimes make choices about the expensive wine I would drink, which I never had to do before. And I am so grateful and so thankful that I had my Arbonne business this year, and that I had dedicated myself to building it. Because without Arbonne being here to pay my rent, it would have been a lot. It would have been a lot lighter. And Arbonne really gives me that freedom to have both businesses and to change my lifestyle a little bit. I recently did my vision board, which is wicked. Do you see that nice white Mercedes right there in there? Hashtag YEG. That's the city I live in. And I'm really excited for CNTC this year because it's in my hometown of Edmonton. So that's my big, stinky, audacious goal, is to walk the stage in Edmonton. It's about making a decision, and that decision is now. I've even changed my life. I now have a home office. I have a chair set up. You see that? Chair and light. So in the world of, like, I think we all had this struggle where booking parties was difficult for a while. And you just have to innovate and be smarter than the problem that you're faced with. And so my innovation was, okay, let's do one-on-ones. Why don't you come to my home and I'll do your makeup and color match you, or use the Genius Ultra product, like, device on you. So I just have such an unwavering belief in this product, all of our product line and the company. And even when, we're thrown a curveball of, like, being difficult, like our economy here in Alberta, booking parties and stuff, like, there's ways around it. And I think that not many other companies give you that opportunity. So yeah. Team Arbonne. Woo-woo.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. And we all love you. We love your humor. And if whenever I need to laugh, I just call Kathy, because there's always something to laugh about. If it's not like her dating or whatever, I just chuckle. She's got some good stories. If you need to laugh, call Kathy. But, I know with Kathy, the one thing is I've watched her grow her business, and I've watched her equine business, because that's how I got to know Kathy, as she worked on my horse. And I remember her saying, people don't always pay, even if they do pay, sometimes, they don't have, their checks aren't good. And I thought about it. I thought, you know what? She gets paid sometimes, but not all the time. And that affects her livelihood of being able to pay her rent and being able to live. So at least, you have that Arbonne that's there for you to help you to make sure that, whatever they don't cover, you can cover. And it builds that lifestyle that you could only want. I remember you saying to me, nobody else is buying me a house or a car.
Amen.
When she came to my house, and I started laughing, because I was like, it's so true. Nobody else is going to, so it's up to you to do it. And through Arbonne, you can do anything. And that's the great thing about it. And I've watched Kathy, grow this business, and I'm very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. So thank you so much. And thanks for sharing. and you're going to get that house and that car. So we'll just keep at her. So thank you so much. So your homework for this next week, and please, nobody feel like if you're behind, it's totally okay. Like with the reading, just continue with what you're doing. It's just so you're doing some sort of personal growth on a daily basis, and make sure you're writing in your gratitude journal. Do your 5 gratitudes in the morning or in the evening, whichever. Reflect on your day, do a little bit of journaling, and make sure you're doing your reading, 20 minutes a day, or you're listening. I know some people don't like to read, but it does really help to set your day to it being a really successful day when we do that. There's not a morning I don't. And the reason being is when I don't, I feel yucky. And it's the honest truth. So it's just about taking care of your head and taking care of yourself. So your homework is your goal sheet. Make sure that you have that done. If you don't already, I know we talked about it last week. So make sure that you send it to your power partner or your RVP. I want you to go through your last month. So access your last month and find your crack. Not your butt, find your crack. We all know where our butts are. No, I want you to find your crack in your business. What is it? Is it the belief in yourself? Are you struggling with the belief in the company? Are you struggling with the belief in the product? Are you struggling with the belief in the industry? What is that crack? And I want you to think too about your business. Are you capitalizing on the nutrition? Are you capitalizing on the makeup? Are you capitalizing on the skincare? We have a lot of incredible products, and we need to make sure that we are building our skills in all areas of your business. So look at your month. How did it look? Did you have the activity that you wanted? Well, if you didn't, that's totally fixable. This month, you're going to have more. Did you sponsor a new business builder? Well, if you didn't, then maybe you need to talk to your upline and ask them, maybe I need a little bit of help in building my skills and bringing somebody else into my business and finding a business builder. And then the third thing that we do, of course, is did I work on myself? What was my mindset like? Did I do my readings? Did I work on myself? Have I joined a healthy living group? And that's coming up as well. And am I taking good care of myself? We all need to take time for ourselves as well. That's one thing that I learned. I remember taking that Robin Sharma thing, and I remember when they said, you need to take time for yourself. And I'm thinking, really? Like what? Like take a Sunday for me, it was having a bath. I know that sounds silly, but my kid would never let me have a bath alone. It was just terrible. So I just wanted a bath. That was it. So obviously after those few days, I needed a bath. But anyways, when I talked about at the beginning that I didn't shower for 3 days, sorry about that, but you guys didn't have to smell me. So you're okay. So what will you do this month to make that different? I also want part of your homework to be that you're going to get registered for GTC. It is already at 11,000. Thank you, Jean Ann, for sharing. Registered. So it is going to sell out. So to me, like I talked about before, when we're building to be the best at something else, we need to invest in ourselves. Like I talked about being a barrel racer and, investing myself in clinics and different things that I spend. We spend so much money being barrel racers. Like it's ridiculous. We might as well just drive down the road and throw our money out the window because that's kind of what we do. But we invest in ourselves to be the best, and that's my point. And then also get a team member within your organization or however many you can to also register for GTC. It's always more fun, going with other people as well. I'm going to be doing the draws, like I said before, and make sure you're taking part in the Genius Ultra, the, sell 10, the one free. If you don't know about that, get that out to your clients, get that out to everybody and take part in it and truly make a commitment that you're going to do it. I know lots of us have said, I'm definitely selling 10. And I know some people already that have like 6 or 7 sold, already. So you're going to, when you commit to doing it, you're going to do it. And like I said, that's quite a bit of QB right there. Okay, I think that's kind of it for the actual homework for this week. And like I said, I'm going to do some draws for that as well. Draws for the GTC, the people that are registered, and draws for the people that earn the Genius Ultra, because I want to reward you for that. Kathy, you have something to add? Sorry.
Yeah, can I add just one thing?
Yeah.
Currently, if you guys go to YouTube, I just want to make you aware of it so that if your clients bring it up, that you can have a talking point. So on Monday, is it Tuesday? On Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, John Oliver, who has a talk show, he talks about like certain things. So this weekend he did a talk on multi-level marketing companies, and you can go to YouTube and look at it. And I just want to make you aware of it because it doesn't paint them all in really good light. He actually opened with like companies like so-and-so, Rodan and Fields. He didn't mention Arbonne, which was nice, but they talked about the darker sides of places, companies like Herbalife and stuff. So I would just encourage you to, because we're in the industry, to take a look at that video, watch the whole video, and so you're just more well informed, so that if your clients like ask you about it, like, oh, I saw John Oliver talking about, this, you can say, oh, well, Arbonne actually doesn't use that model because the one that he was featuring was basically like, you sign up 6 people, you have so much product left in your basement, and that kind of stuff. And I just think that part of being in a business is, in an industry, is knowing what's going on in your industry, or what's being said about your industry, both good and bad, right? So I would just encourage you to look it up on YouTube and watch it, and then you can just be informed and have an informed opinion about how our company is not a pyramid scheme. So yeah, I just need to share that.
Thank you. And that's just building your belief as well in the industry itself, and building your belief in our company, Arbonne, and how incredible it truly is. And then, of course, I think the one that most people struggle with a little bit more, and that's going to be with your personal growth, is working on belief in yourself. So that's why it's so important to keep up with the readings that we're doing. We're on the Joel Osteen book. If you haven't picked that up, it's a really easy read. And he's actually one of my favorite authors. I've read all of his books. And I mean, he just has a really great message, regardless of your belief or your faith. He has a really, really incredible message, and I really enjoy listening to him. I've watched him on TV and stuff, and I do really enjoy what he has to say. Does anybody else have anything they want to share, or any questions they might have about the homework, or about what we're doing?
I can go.
Okay.
I've had an awesome week. Very excited. I just wanted to share, I've had the privilege of being on like 25 Zooms with like a lot of MVPs from all over the world for our charity. And Jacqueline's told me this a million times. And one of the things we were talking about this last night on the Zoom that I was on, that one of the things that constantly comes up is you're not going to be ready to move to the next level until you work on yourself. Right. And it's like every single MVP brings it up. Jacqueline said it, everybody. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting the freaking message. Okay. Like I get it. So I signed up for the Brandon Barber coaching group. It's 5 months. We just finished. And we literally yesterday just finished our last, like you do an assessment at the beginning and then you do an assessment at the end. And it's very emotional for me because I was just looking through it. And when I started, structure was completely in the red. So I hated structure. My joy in the journey was at 12% as it relates to my business. So that's kind of sad, right? So when we did it yesterday, my joy in the journey is at 92%, and structure is now in the green. God help us all, because I don't like structure, so I don't even know how that happened. So I just wanted to share that because it definitely, I wasn't really sure if the investment was going to be appropriate, and I know some people think about that sometimes, but it's obviously transformed my business. I can't even tell you how much business I have this month. It's a little ridiculous and amazing. So I just wanted to share that because it's definitely an awesome thing.
Yeah, and thank you so much for sharing that. That's just investing in yourself. I know a lot of us, we work with somebody so we can, better ourselves, and whatever it is that you choose to do, that's why I suggest these readings, and I can't suggest it enough. I can't say enough to please do it. I hear people say all the time, oh, I don't need to do that, or oh, I don't want to do that, or I don't have time for that. Take the time. Honestly, like, it's probably one of the biggest things that we do in this business. This business is 70% in our head. It's so crazy. We make up so much in our head, so many excuses, so many things. And if we're not self-aware of the things that we do, it's really hard to do this business. And that's kind of what a lot of these the workshops do, is they help you to become aware of a lot of the head trash. Keith Kosher does that as well with a lot of the head trash that we create and the stuff that we tell ourselves, right? We tell ourselves so many negative things, right? So whatever it is you choose to do, like even with the school that's coming up with Kelly GT, if you have not registered, or you haven't bought a ticket, I should say, please do, because I can tell you that's probably one of my favorite ones to go to. So anybody else have anything?
I was just going to say, because Kathy was talking about using the Genius device and then with doing one-on-ones and booking parties and that kind of thing. I was just going to comment that I have had a ton of success just like, because when I ask somebody to demo that Genius device, I like text them a little. I did missed what happened over there. Okay, so
Rebecca, I was like, whoop whoop, but I was muted.
I was totally self-absorbed watching myself talk.
Good thing you're self-aware.
Yeah. But no, so I always like when I ask somebody to demo that Genius device, I have a couple of clients that like, because my own before and after is like pretty lame because I have 0 wrinkles. But I have I have a couple clients that have like amazing before and afters, and like some after a minute, and one lady did one like after 10 days of using it, and she honest to goodness looks 10 years younger. And so anyway, so I send them those pics, like I send them that picture, and then I always tell them that like if they want to invite 1 or 2 of their friends who they think would also like to try it, that they're more than welcome. And so I typically like, then it's like they think they're booking a one-on-one and inviting 2 friends, and I think they're hosting a party, but like they don't know that. And because that Genius device is so amazing, like I can have a $900 party that was only supposed to be, and I've done it a couple of times now, where everybody buys a Genius device and it was only supposed to be a one-on-one. So I just thought I would mention that because I found it's a really great way when people are like feeling too busy or too whatever to like host a party. They're totally game to demo that device, and they'll invite 3 friends over to demo that device without thinking about it, and then they're hosting for you without it being a big deal.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it's just basically come over and demo this incredible product. The before and afters have been how I filled my calendar as well. At the get-go, right, was I just sent those before and afters because they are truly incredible. And you have to think about this. Rebecca did Becca. I want to call you Becca, but I thought maybe I should call you Rebecca. It's a little more sophisticated, right? Rebecca. Anyways, she sold 2,500 in the last day alone just with using the Genius Ultra. So think about what you could do with your business if you did that for a full month. I just want you to think about that. I mean, congratulations on winning the Michael Kors, the red clutch that everybody absolutely wanted. So congratulations. You might, if it's in public, somebody might actually mug you on the way out because I know everybody really wanted that. So I am going to continue to do challenges like that, but congratulations, because it shows what's possible in the last day. And that's why I did it the last day, is I wanted everybody to see, like, look what you can do in the last day if you really, really want, right? And using the Genius Ultra in the last day, like you had all of that stuff that you had accumulated just by doing that. And then we have all the other products as well, right? So that's just something else to think about as well. So thank you for sharing. And you know, I've been doing even the Genius Ultra device. I did a trade show, and I have to say I am really trying to get better at trade shows. That's why I keep doing them, because I struggle. Like I just want to hide. I want to put the tablecloth over my head. I think that would be a good conversation starter. I just don't know what to say. Anyways, yeah, with some holes and be like, hi. No, it's terrible for me, but I'm doing it to get better at them because it's going to be a skill, because I watch Carrie, and Carrie has built her whole business and her whole calendar. She always has a minimum of 12 presentations every single month based on her trade shows. And I stink at them. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get like her. And I'm so determined that I'm going to. And that's how I want you to look at your business. I can look at that and go, I'm not very good at that, but I'm going to get good at it. So what I've been doing is I've been using my Genius Ultra when people walk by and they'll be like, oh, what's that? What do you have? And then I show some of the before and afters and say, would you mind if I actually did a demo on it? If I just like actually tried this out on you? And they're like, yeah, totally. Why not? And it takes the heat off of me having to know what to say, because I just use that device, right? When you whip it out, okay, that's a bad word. When you whip it out, it looks like and their eyes get really big. They're kind of like, whoa, but you get their attention, and it's kind of a whole like conversation starter. If anything, they laugh, right? And you know, with laughter, it lets down that guard and that ugly wall that's there. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, can I show you what this device does? They're like, totally. And I show them some before and afters, and they come and they sit in my chair, and then I do before. I take a picture of their area that they don't like, and then I take a picture after, and then I show them, and they're like, wow, that's incredible. And then they want to kind of see what more we have. And I said, do you have a couple of girlfriends, that could come over and just take a look at this as well? And enter the draw. You might win it. And they're like, really? They entered the draw. I could never get anyone to enter the draw before. It has completely changed my trade show life. So anyways, I'm very thankful for the device, as you can tell. And I'm going to get better at the nutrition too. I really am. I I know how to do it with myself, but I'm not good at it. I'm going to get better at that. So does anybody else have anything? Why am I?
I can share. If you can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't know what happened yesterday, but I was trying to do my live thing last night, and Fabio and I couldn't get on if our life depended on it. But now my computer works, so I don't know. It's weird. So I want to kind of like just reiterate what you said, kind of, Jacqueline, about GTC, because I know I really struggled. I've struggled the last couple of years in going, just because I have so many other things going on in my life. So this is actually something I actually was looking at this morning before we even did this call, just looking through my notes with Keith. And Keith always talks about like your return on investment and return on your time. So I think that's something that's really important to do, is like look at your life right now and look at the things that you went to in the last year. I know this maybe sounds a little bit goofy, but if you because you were talking about looking at last month, it's no different when you actually look at the last year of your business and actually look at what you actually went to and what gave you a return on investment or a return on your time. And when I really did this, Keith actually did this exercise with me, and we actually talked about each of the things I went to. So we talked about my personal things that I went to. We talked about what I did, like as far as like Arbonne was concerned. And I really decided that I was going to stick with like 2 solid things with Arbonne a year. Plus, if things were basically $50 or less, or between $50 and $100, and they were local, that I would go. And so the reason that I did that is because I was so excited in going to so many things that I actually like went in the hole big time. And it wasn't because I went to GTC and to CNTC, which I was trying to blame it on. It was because I was doing everything and not actually picking the things that were a return on my time or a return on my investment. So this is just like a quick little exercise you can do. Look throughout the last year and see the events that you went to with Arbonne, if any. You didn't go to any, that you have to question that. But if you did go to everything, really take a look at that. Like I was this last year, I was going to go to Green Bay, and I was going to go here, and I was going to go there, and I was going to go to the area manager retreat and the RVP retreat, plus the ones Arbonne put on. And honestly, I really had to take a step back because like the biggest thing that Keith said, the 2 most important things that we really go to, believe it or not, are going to CNTC and GTC every year. If we're really truly building this business, that we figure out and how to go there. And we don't figure out it a month before, like register today and then figure out how you're going to pay for it the month before. Try to start figuring that out now. So maybe you need to sell an extra set, a Genius set every month, and that money you can put aside towards your hotel rooms or whatever, or talk to your upline and see what their plan is for going, and even splitting rooms. I know that we're looking right now at staying at the Tropicana and getting a big suite on our team, just because it makes more sense, right?
Just
and then we can
just earn it.
What's that?
Just earn it.
Oh, or you can just earn it. Yeah, and so that's a really great thing as well. So just something to keep in mind. Really look at all the things you're doing in your life and look at the return on investment you're getting and the return on time. So that was a big thing. And then something too, I know I've already got a couple clients saying to me, well, I'm not going to buy the Genius device because of the economy. I got that this morning from 3 people that I followed up with. So this is another thing to really focus on, is that successful people give attention to things. Unsuccessful people let things get their attention. That's a quote from Keith. So he always says, like, successful people bring attention to things. Unsuccessful people let things get their attention. It's really hard right now not to look at what's gone on with the election and think, oh, what's going on? Like, don't worry about it, you guys. Worry about your business and worry about moving forward, because we can't control it. We are the variable. And at the end of the day, if you focus on that, you'll be surprised the outcome that you'll see. And because you're not letting what's happening outside wise basically dictate what's happening in your life. And like, let's be serious. In this economy, it's a great thing. So look at the positive side of it. Don't be distracted by what's going on, and just keep building your business and keep doing what you're doing, because you are going to see results regardless of what's going on in the world. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. So that's just my 2 cents.
Thank you so much. And I love that. So I do want to be clear on that as well. What Tiffany said is, CNTC and GTC, yes, those are the ones that, you really want to focus on and you want to save up for. You don't have to go to everything. That's not what this is about. I don't go to absolutely everything because I'm the same. I'm a mom. I'm a single mom. I can't make it to absolutely everything. It takes away from my business. It's also, it becomes very expensive. And so you do have to pick and choose, but try to get yourself to things, though, that you're going to benefit from. Like the monthly Nation meeting, I truly believe if you're within 3 hours, that's local. And the next month, Tiffany and Fabio are actually going to be doing the meeting, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be capitalizing on your nutrition, the nutrition products, and that's something I think we all kind of need a little bit of help with. And I'm super excited about it. It's going to be an incredible meeting. So if you can please try to make it to that. It's better to be there in person so you can socialize with people, get some great ideas. We have a sip and paint on Monday at the Mercedes dealership. Bring anybody that, would like to learn how to, properly apply their makeup. Most people don't have a clue how, and just come for, a really nice, enjoyable evening. That's all, right? So those things are there for you to use. They're there for you to go to learn from, and to, socialize with the other people. And then Kelly's leadership school is usually really helpful, and it's not overly expensive. If you're, especially if you're local, it's not overly expensive. So utilize those sort of things that are going on. So anyways, that's kind of all I have to share. I will type up, the rest of it and send out the recording and all that good stuff. And thank you everybody for sharing, and thanks for adding your 2 cents, and actually for being on this call as well. I'm really enjoying this. We have a really great group of people, and I'm really excited for everybody and their amazing teams. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a fabulous day. Love you all.